What this family has meant to this club and to this area over the past decades, they have done so much and not even want anything back in return. So what better way to acknowledge the winner this year by the King family, Rex and Sis King.
You know how I suck at this. I would like to congratulate all the inductees, the award winners, and most importantly, the board members of the Twin State Auto Racing Club. I know it's not an easy task. I know it's a thankless task, but I also want you to know how much we appreciate all that you do to keep this club going. And Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. That is generally not the words expected to be heard at a racing banquet. We hear about hardships, most improved sportsmen, and championships, and they all go to individuals. So what makes the Russ King Humanitarian Award so special? Generally, it's not the award itself, but the folks who are nominated for it. As this award contains all the awards I just mentioned, hardships, most improved, sportsmanship, good guy, and gives them the championship for the most important race, the human race. It's not an easy race to win, but it's not one that is soon to be forgotten. Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. The sound that we hear most Friday and Saturday nights, blessing our hearts and bringing our blessed safety crew to our circle. From the circle of our racing family to the dusty circle beneath our tires, he gives us all his time without asking anything in return. He has shared our tears in his way of the way. I think you guys know how much I think of this joke, so forgive me. He lifts us up when we have fallen. He takes his hands and he pushes our broken hearts back together. He has urged us to stand when we feel as though we can barely get up. When it comes to customer support, this gentleman beats all our vendors hands down. He has inspired and demonstrated what love means. Love is more than just words, it's actions. Mathematically, it's not possible to love so many people from the seat of a Mighty Mouse. Or is it? He has showed us, regardless of what math says about numbers, this amazing man has demonstrated volumes. What is hidden under the brim of that big black hat? Honesty, integrity, loyalty, character, friendship, a loving husband, a father, and a servant of God. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Tonight we are here to honor a man whose smile rolls a long mile. Please help me honor this year's 2019 Russ King Humanitarian Award, the outlaw pastor, Bill Beck.
You really don't know what's in my heart. But when I look out here and hear the stories and the people that have been honored tonight from years ago and the ones you, it only endears me. Never made a circle on a car track. Boy, why? They did one. In a 54 Corvette at Mercer Racetrack, when it was going to be, they're going to have a sports car race, and they could only find two dumb people. me and George Herrickle. And we went out, almost ended my relationship with my mom. But we got over that. Motorcycles are a different story. They're so indelible in my blood. That I just love that so much. But you're the people that make it possible for me to be who I am. You've allowed me to be the Bill Beck that I always wanted to be. And I want you to hear what they say from sincerity of my heart. I pastored the church for a long time. And when I was 68, my wife Judy and I gave that up. And I said, well, honey, I'm going to tell you it's this way. I'm going to coin a phrase from Martin Luther King Jr. She said, what's that? I said, free at last, free at last. Thank God I'm free at last. I'm not contained in four walls of a building to honor Jesus Christ. Now I have the world as my whole stage, and I go where I want to go and speak to the people I want to speak to and love them the way I want to love them. I love each one of you guys so very, very much. You can say I've touched your lives. That's a lie. You've touched my lives so many, many times. I didn't prepare a speech because I didn't know what to do. And I think better on my feet. And sometimes it comes out good and sometimes it comes out a little raggedy, but it's who I am. And that's who I'm going to be. I was a little worried tonight when they said that I didn't want to wear blue jeans to the banquet and hats. And I said, well, nobody would know who I am. And so I said, well, I'm going to break all the rules again. I want to thank the most important person that ever made this possible. Her name is, not was, Judy Beck. It was Judy Doan from Hubbard, Ohio. And for 60 years, she was the wind beneath my wings. And so, even tonight, she had enough wind to keep me going for a long, long time. We had 60 years of that on earth. And I said, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to keep living my life. She used to tell me, Bill, just go do what God tells you to do. And so that's what I've done for all these years at these racetracks. I love the drivers, the fans, everyone that's there. I don't ask for anything except for you to just be open to what Jesus has for you in your life. That's the only thing I want. You don't have to walk down the aisle with me to meet Jesus. You meet Jesus when you meet him in your heart. In him, there's two people that know whether you're going to go to heaven. You know who they are? It's not me and the King family. It's not Edward Michaels. It's not any of you. There's only two. One of them is you, and one of them is Jesus. And when you have that divine revelation with each other and that relationship, you know it's okay. And so if I ever become overbearing, which I have at times, it's okay. I'll just look at you and smile because I love you anyway. And so you're not going to make me mad. Unless you take my coffee or something, I'd be a little upset. But Edward, thank you, because going back to Mercer this year, every time I go there, I look up at the old grandstands and I don't see them with my eyes, but I see them with my mind. Way down there on turn one, up in the middle about where you used to walk and you would go down under it. That's where my wife, Judy, and I had our first date. She knew nothing about racing, but she was a quick learner. And she never quit. And she never will. She's waiting for me to come home from work. And when my work down here is done, I'll go home to see her. And she'll say, who'd you stop and talk to tonight, Bill? And I'll say, just some people. And she'll say, that's okay. I respect this Twin State Club so much. And the people that make it all work. The ones that have been faithful when nobody else would be faithful. The ones that took a gaffe when nobody else would take a gaffe. And that's what I see in my racing family. They're the most important people in my life. We've got 2 boys, and there's no more of us. And some people probably clap their hands, and others will say, oh, well, it's what it is. So if I'm going to be around the racetrack this year, you can just rest assured I'm going to tell you the same thing. And I did wear my welder's belt buckle, too, because God told me a long time ago, you don't just serve them with words, you serve them with your hands. And I thought, well, how's that work? And I said, I need a scripture for most things. And there's a scripture in the Bible that says that Jesus worked in a carpenter shop so they could meet real people in real circumstances. Where's my Miller guy? We're talking about Miller Lite. Where's that young man that has cancer? Kyle Miller? I know you. You can't wheel up here, but I wear this bracelet, and I've given away hundreds of these. I want to give it to you tonight. It says on this, simply this: it's not over. Don't quit. Don't quit. It's not over. It's never over till the fat lady sings. And I don't have any fat ladies in my vision. So we got a long time to go. Don't bring somebody around that's overweight and say, here they are, because I'll tell you about that too. Anyway, thank you so much, Sis, and Rex, and the whole King family. You've treated me, all of you, have treated me like, I just want to stand here and bawl. And you've seen me do that. And if I'm not real, then I don't deserve to be here, standing in front of you. God bless you, each and every one of you. I look forward to seeing you next year. I don't say I'm going to hope. I'm going to see you next year. And I'll keep doing whatever I have to do. And when I can't do it, Kyle, don't worry about it. When I get too feeble to walk around the pit, so they'll fix me up with a portable welder with a wheelchair. We'll keep doing the same thing, okay? All I need is 2 eyes and 1 hand, and we can get the job done. Thank you so much. God bless you one and all. Have a wonderful day tomorrow and a wonderful rest of your life.